Hello everyone at ATmosphereConf Vancouver. My name is Travis Simpson and I'm here today to present Skysquare, a new Chrome extension built on ATProto and the Blue Sky network. As you can hear, I'm a bit under the weather, so I'm using a recorded demo for today's lightning talk. Before I start, I want to thank the @Science team for the invitation, and especially a special thank you out to Matthew and Ronan for helping me get this presentation sorted. And of course, thank you to the Blue Sky and ATProto teams for making this kind of work possible to begin with. Skysquare is a Chrome and Brave extension built on ATProto. What it does is it scans the discourse on Blue Sky, and when we find conversation about external sources on the web, Skysquare aggregates and presents that commentary directly on the page inside a sidebar on the browser, so you can see the commentary in context while you read. To demonstrate how the application works, we've imagined a fictional research setting, Research One University, and its Animal Cognition Lab. You'll be hearing from Claire Lynn, a PI in that lab, using Skysquare in her day-to-day work.
Hi there, I'm Claire Lynn, a PI at Research One University's Animal Cognitions Lab. I use Skysquare to see how people are interpreting the sources I'm reading and sharing. Here's an article I posted on Blue Sky. When I open the link, Skysquare appears directly on the page. The passages people are responding to are highlighted in the text, and the sidebar shows the conversation about this article. So instead of leaving the page to check reactions, I can see how people are reading it while I'm reading it. So now every page becomes an entry point into a network of people and ideas. I can see who's engaging with this and how they're interpreting it. As I move through the text, I can jump between specific passages and the conversation around them, seeing exactly how different parts of the article are being discussed. That gives me a sense of where attention is focusing and how the interpretation is taking shape. And importantly, this isn't limited to quoted passages. Skysquare captures any post that references the page, whether it's quoting directly or just commenting on the work. So from here, I can see the full set of people participating in the conversation, the author, the publisher, and others engaging with the article. And that gives me a way to move outward from the source. For example, I can click on this author and immediately see everything else they're posting and discussing. And that creates a different discovery pattern. I start with a source, find the people around it, and from there, discover other sources they're paying attention to. This is where it becomes especially useful in a research setting, because sometimes I'm not trying to understand the full public conversation. I want to see how a specific group is interpreting a source. So here, I scope the page to my lab. And now the sidebar filters to just our team, people I'm actively working with. That gives me a shared layer of interpretation anchored to the same text. I can move through the article, see how different members of the lab are reading it, and focus in on a specific passage someone has commented on. And from there, I can move directly into that conversation on Blue Sky, respond, ask a question, or build on the idea. So this becomes more than reading. It's a way of thinking together directly on top of the source.
So what you just saw there in this demo is Skysquare turning the web into a shared reading environment. And what this ultimately does is move us from scrolling feeds and scanning headlines back to reading and engaging the text, and from reading in isolation to reading together in context, building better shared understanding of the public conversation. We're opening a private release in the next few weeks, with the official public launch scheduled for 4th of July later this summer. If you want to try it out now, or if you have an idea for a feature or workflow you think that Skysquare is well suited to support, please scan the code or head over to skysquare.app and fill out our contact form. After you sign up, I'll follow up directly to get in touch with more information. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. See you next time.